What did you think of Kerry Packer as a person? Did you know him well at all?
Well, we met him a few times, and especially when we were banned from those couple of games, test match games in the West Indies. I can remember he came, he flew out to the West Indies, and he brought us from our respective islands and stayed. I don't know if you ever stayed in the Sandy Lane Hotel in Barbados. It's supposed to be a very nice and one of the posh places around those parts. And you know, we had a good time. We had a few parties, and you know, just try and get the guys' mind together. And just meeting him from there then, and obviously seeing him around. We have met him a few times due to basically Clive anyway. But I think he's just a person who's striving and seeking, you know, for excellence as well, and he has done very well, I think, you know, with the way they handle.
You think that his contribution towards cricket has been positive?
I think it has helped, you know, because the same people, you know, who did say, you know, that we were all in these clown suits, and notably some of the English, you know, I think the papers were very harsh, you know, on WSC. So it was nice in the end to see that the same people, you know, who were saying these things, yes, started to cover what was going on about, you know, World Series cricket. And I think it did help some people who made, you know, who opened their mouths a little bit as well. You know, it did give them a chance, you know, to earn a few more dollars, and it did open the eyes, I think, of test playing countries and the administrators themselves, you know, that the cricketers did need a little bit more, and I think they got it, and it was basically due to WSC.
Yes. Now, some of these incredibly improvised and very successful shots that you managed to play in the field, do you work them out before, or does it just come naturally on the spur of the moment?
No, well, it depends. If you're batting for a little while, you would tend to work a particular bowler, and as you know, in one-day cricket these days, you get a guy bowl to a particular field, and he's got all his cover of such on one side. Notably, say a guy might be bowling to a leg side field, and he will leave you that little chance for you to do or take chances like this to back away and hit it over extra cover. And I think this sometimes is just basically a little luck. There are times where I've done it at times, and for some reason I've seen my stumps, you know, being moved to all parts of the ground. But it's something that, you know, if you got a reasonably good eye and you're concentrating on what you're doing, the most important thing I feel, if you're improvising, you've got to watch the ball, and
right,
that's I think that can be a little secret as well.
No, what about Clive Lloyd? His influence on you and the West Indies team?
I've always had a lot of respect for Clive. I can remember I started on the Clive when we toured India in 19. I can remember yourself having a few games as well those years,
right,
and yes, it was nice, I think, to have been brought up and played my cricket, you know, with such a man, you know, that up to this day I've still got the highest regards and respect for. I still call him these days as well the captain.
Yeah.
So it's hard, you know, from one captain to the next, you know, given, you know, these are the things I do feel about Clive, and I know that the other individuals themselves do feel this way about him. There are times where I know I've gone out on the field and I've given him everything that I've got, because of the way I feel that we have developed and the way that we have lived together as a team, as you have said, to have made it a team worth beating over those years. And I don't think words can actually explain how I do really feel about Clive again. He's just a magnificent man.
Well, let's take you back now finally to the 1983 World Cup, where Madan Lal came to you and bowled, I think, a ball just short of a length, and you tried to hit it over Father Time, if I remember correctly. What were your feelings when you saw that ball go up and the team go down?
Well, it's as I said, you know, I thought, even though at the time I thought I got out, no, I thought that we still had a lot of good players, you know, who were to come, that we were going to do well still, but it didn't work out that way. And I think my heart did stop a beat seeing that ball in the air. And I think what helped to kill my heart that day was the fact when I saw it being caught.
It was a good catch, actually.
Yeah, it's a wonderful catch. And you know, as I've said to my team over the years, the times, you know, or this particular time that I've taken over, is that catches do win matches, and it's not the ordinary catches, you know, that's going to do things. The ordinary catch, you know, straightforward catch is going to be something out of the extraordinary. So it needed something like that day, and I think it paid dividends.
Good. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much.